Konnichiwa, blessed cadets. It's Maruta-chan, ready to start the new Game Plus. Today, we're opening the very first book, Genesis.
恵みあふれる聖マリア主はあなたと共におられますあなたは女のうちで祝福され五体内の恩子イエスも祝福されています神の
If the Bible were an anime, Genesis is the legendary Season 1, the ultimate origin story. It gives us the foundation for literally everything else. We're talking creation, garden life, the first family drama, and God making massive, world-changing promises. Grab your virtual popcorn. We're diving into the beginning of all things. Genesis starts with the most powerful opening line ever. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God doesn't just snap his fingers, he speaks. And for 6 days, everything comes into existence in perfect order. Light, sky, land, plants, sun, moon, fish, birds, and animals. Think of God as the ultimate world builder in a creation simulator, but everything is totally real and perfect. On day 6, God creates the ultimate special project. Humans, Adam and Eve. And get this, they were made in God's own image. That means we are unique, valuable, and designed to reflect Him. God places them in the beautiful Garden of Eden, which is basically a perfect paradise level with infinite free food and 0 chores. Genesis 1 ends with God looking at His work and declaring it very good. Everything is in harmony. Ah, perfection. But you know what they say, perfect paradise never lasts, especially not without a villain. Enter the serpent, the first sneaky bad guy who questions God's word and tempts Eve. The whole rule in the garden was simple. Don't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. But Eve and Adam listened to the serpent's lie and eat the fruit. Spoiler alert. This is the biggest mistake in human history. This is known as the fall. They didn't just eat an apple. They chose to decide what was good and evil for themselves instead of trusting God. Harmony is shattered. They feel shame. They hide from God. And the perfect relationship is broken. This introduces sin into the world, leading to pain, struggle, and eventually death. Game over for the garden level. After the fall, things go downhill fast. The world gets really messy because sin spreads like a wildfire. The first murder happens when Cain kills his brother Abel. Talk about sibling rivalry gone wrong. Soon, the whole world is filled with violence and evil thoughts. God sees how corrupt humanity has become, and it breaks his heart. This leads to the story of Noah and the ark. God decides to hit the giant reset button with a massive flood, saving only the righteous Noah, his family, and 2 of every animal. The original conservation effort. Then, after the flood, humanity tries to build the Tower of Babel to reach heaven on their own terms. God steps in, confuses their language, and spreads them out. They were trying to be their own gods again. These chapters teach us a hard truth. If humanity tries to live without God, things always break down. But Genesis doesn't end with doom and gloom. God, being totally faithful and loving, starts executing his plan to fix the mess. This is where the story shifts dramatically, moving from the whole world to one special family. God calls a man named Abram, later renamed Abraham, and gives him 3 incredible promises. 1. Land. that he and his descendants would inherit a great land. 2. Descendants, that he would have so many kids they'd be countless, like the stars. 3. Blessing, that through his family, all the nations on earth would be blessed. This is the big promise that points directly to Jesus. God keeps these promises even though Abraham and his wife Sarah have to wait a long time for a son. Their story teaches us about faith, trusting God even when the situation looks impossible. The rest of Genesis follows Abraham's descendants. His son Isaac, Isaac's son Jacob, who God renames Israel, the name of God's people. Jacob has 12 sons who become the 12 tribes of Israel. And finally, the dramatic story of Joseph, Jacob's favorite son, who is sold into slavery by his jealous brothers, but rises to become the second most powerful ruler in all of Egypt. The book ends with the family of Israel settled safely in Egypt, setting the stage perfectly for our next epic adventure, Exodus. So, what's the big lesson from Genesis? Genesis gives us 3 essential truths. 1. God is the creator and ruler of everything. He starts the story and he's in charge of the plot. 2. Sin messed everything up. Our hearts are naturally drawn away from God, leading to drama and chaos. 3. God never gives up on us. Even after the fall, he immediately starts working on a rescue plan, beginning with his faithful promises to Abraham. The entire Bible is the story of God fixing what was broken in Genesis. If you love diving into the epic origins of Genesis, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on Maruta-chan. Until next time, stay blessed, stay curious, and may God guide your journey. Maruta-chan signing off.